Welcome to Daily IELTS English, a short video where I'll show you some of the techniques that I teach my students to get top scores on their IELTS speaking test. We're looking at part 2 of the speaking test. Today, we're looking specifically at a way to really boost up your grammar score. The technique here is called It's Not That, It's That. I started teaching this after I saw it in one of my favorite movies, Office Space. Check this out.
The thing is, Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Don't care?
Okay, very short clip there, but the idea here is that instead of expressing an idea using the word but to contradict a previous idea, you're using this technique. And remember, if you're trying to get a high score in the IELTS test, you must show range. So but is perfectly correct. This is just another way to do it, and you'll see specifically how it works. Let's use sports as an example. I might be talking about a football game between, let's say, Madrid and Barcelona. So imagine, I don't like either teams particularly, but let's just say I really don't like Madrid. And they're playing an important game against Barcelona. So I might say, it's not that I like Barcelona, it's that I don't want Madrid to win. I could just as easily say, I don't like Barcelona, but I don't want Madrid to win. And it's the same thing. But the idea here, again, is range. I could do this with any kind of situation. I might be talking about New York and Boston. I don't like New York, it's that I don't want Boston to win. So the same thing. I could say, I don't like New York, but I don't want Boston to win. So it allows you a little bit more range when you're speaking. Let's take a look at part 2 of the speaking test and today's question. Describe someone you know who has started a business. You should say who the person is, what this person does, why this person decided to start a business, and explain whether you would like to do the same kind of work as this person. Now, looking at that question, I'm thinking that perhaps at the end of my answer, I might use this technique. I might clarify at the end if I want this job or not. And I want to do it in a thoughtful way. As always, I'm going to use a time intro. When I give my answer, I do not want to read the question as I give my answer. I do not want to say, I am going to describe someone who started. Don't do that. I'll just start by saying, 2 years ago, my friend quit her job, and I'll tell that story. Remember, that is always the most important thing. Relax, tell the story in this part of the test. So here we go. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes, and I'm going to give my answer. A year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, a friend of mine quit her job to become a food stylist. She's been a friend of mine for a few years, and she had been working at I think it was a kind of food company. So she worked in marketing. She would meet people. She would explain the content of what they were doing. She would explain how they did all that stuff, how they prepared the food. And she ended up quitting her job to become a food stylist after she took a course in food photography, which I didn't really know much about, to be honest. And I thought it was really quite cool because she first went to cooking school for about a year. She was already a very good cook, and this just gave her a bit more technical expertise. Before the course and after the course, she was regularly putting photos up on social media, so I knew that she was quite interested in this. And it was really quite cool because around the time that she finished her course, she then started her own company, and she started to put these photos up. In fact, she even very quickly got a job designing recipes and taking photos of food for a cookbook, which I thought was really amazing to do that so quickly after finishing cooking school. Now, it's not that I want to be a food stylist, it's that I really admire her courage. I thought that took a lot of guts to leave a really good job. I think it paid quite well to pursue something that she was really passionate about. I think she had that's 2 minutes. I think she had taken quiet. I think she had taken a course in food photography because it was a gift from her husband, and then she discovered this passion. Now, I also have to admit, right there at the end, as soon as that 2 minutes is finished, I suddenly relax. So it's something that I definitely notice you want to think about the test. The more you relax, the better. And that's why I always say start with the 2-minute time introduction. That helps me. And even still, I was a little nervous giving my answer. Once again, it's not that I want to be a food stylist, it's that I wish I had her courage. Or it's not that I wanted that specific job, it's that I thought it was really cool that she pursued her dream. All right, absolutely wonderful way to improve your score on the IELTS speaking test. Give it a shot. I'd love to hear what you think. By the way, try it on your own. I'd love to know about someone you know who started their own business. Tell me about it down there in the comments. Try to use the language technique that we just did. It's not that, it's that. And remember, language is a habit, so make sure that you practice until you get it right, then keep going till you can't get it wrong, and I'll see you later.